Emily Hongfang come from University of China Academy of Science. My topic is Shankara's counter revolution and its philosophy meaning. We have drawn derived to attend at sea from single or very few origin. Driven by such derived fixed theory were developed through the circle of Degarin unification, more Degarin bigger unification. Here I would like to review the development of Shankar counter-revolution and its philosophy meaning. We start with counter-revolution. Counter-revolution in early 1900 revealed the true iterator in our world to be quite different from the classical notion of iterator in our mind or mentor in our world is particle will like mentor, particle like mentor equal will like mentor. That's it. Counter theory unifies the particle like mentor and the wave like mentor. Counter theory not only changes the notion of ignorance, but also blur the detection between information and mentor. It appears that we are now entering into a new stage of Shankar counter-revolution, where Kubich emerged as origin of SD. It is known as it from Kubit, which realize unification of force and mentor by counter information. It from qubit is similar to Wheeler H8 from bit, which represents a deep derived to environmental information and challenge transition idea. Transitionally, we consider that mentor are the carrier of information and information inform us of the property, state, relation, and multi process of mentor, observing no mentor through information. However, the Wheeler first seek to turn the questional explanatory relationship mental information observing on each hand at place of the shape and the base of the explanatory chain observing information mentor. Rush arrived at his famous it from bit term. It referred to physical objects such as atom and bit being the information that related to it. In it from bit universe is fundamentally information percentage system from which the periods of mentor emerge and higher level of identity. But in our world, it are very complicated. Mode 8 on feminine, while bit on ethnic. Feminine it cannot come from ethnic 8. So in recent years, some research process in counter information further claim that it from qubit, not bit. According to physicist Wen Xiaoge in MIT, it from qubit implies that matter and space equal information. Counter information unify matter. This is because frequency is an attribute of information. Counter theory tells us that frequency is engine that E equal HF, and relativity tells us that engine in mass that M equal E divided by C squared. Both engine and mass are attribute of matter, so matter equal information. That is the essence of counter theory is that engine frequency relation implies that counter matter equal counter information. This represents a new way to view our world. We know that elementary particles are described by gauge field and anti-commutative field in counter field theory. So state it from qubit mean that those very different counter field can arrive from qubit. Then what is microscopic structure on counter fields? What kind of microscopic structure can at the same time give rise to waves that satisfy Mathematical equation, Dirac-Ville equation, and Escher equation? According to recent physical process, since our space is dynamical medial, the simplest choice is to assume space to be an ocean or qubit, which is named as qubit ether. Then the matter, i.e. the elementary particles are simply wave, bubble, and other defects in qubit ocean. This is how it from qubit or matter equation information. So we need to find the qubit ether with a microscopic structure. That is the key to identify from qubit or matter equation information is to identify the microscopic structure at qubit ether. The microscopic structure of our space must be very rich, since our space not only can carry gravitational wave and electromagnetic wave, it can also carry electron wave, quark wave, blue wave, and wave that correspond to elementary particle. Is such a qubit ether possible? The recent research given by Wen Xiaoga has shown in condensed matter physics, the discovery of fractional quarter half state bring us into a new world of highly entangled many body shaping. Where strong entanglement become long range entanglement, the shaping will processing a new kind of order, topological order, and represent new state of matter. The wave that is the citation in topological order state can be wave that satisfy Maxwell equation, Yamir equation, and Dirac-Ville equation show the improbable become probable, or elementary particle can emerge from long-range entangled qubit ether. That is the requirement on counter-entanglement implies that it cannot from bit. In fact, it from entangled qubit. This makes the reductive approach unsuitable in quarter world. Maybe femtoelectron, graviton are also collective motion of the certain underlying structure that fill the entire space. They may not have smaller part. Looking for that smaller part to give a deeper understanding of wrong elementary particle may not be a right approach. Here, a different approach, emergence approach, give a deeper understanding of elementary particle. In the emergence approach, space is viewed as an ocean of qubit, i.e. qubit ether. The empty space correspond to the ground state of qubit ether, and elementary particle corresponding to excitation of qubit ether. That's the this picture in emergence space that is only form matter the space itself, which is formed by qubit. What we regard as matter are distortion and defect in this space matter. This is explanation for it from qubit given by Wen Xiaoga NAND theory. That is, if particle or qubit form large empty J, and if rho J form a quantum liquid state, then the collective motion of such organized particle or qubit will correspond to wave described by Maxwell equation and the Dirac equation. The J is J liquid are free to join or cross each other, and route the J look more like a network. For this reason, the J liquid is actually a liquid of J net, which is called J net condensed state. We say that liquid that organized into J net liquid naturally play both light and electron gauge intention of Fermi stakes. In our words, J net theory provide a way to infer light and electron, show the fact that our occur both light and electron may not be a mere accident. It may actually grant that the vacuum is indeed a long-range entangled qubit state whose order is divided by a J net liquid. The dreamland are formed by liquid shown in dreamland picture of the macro equation. Direct equation emerge from local qubit model and long and qubit form a long-range entangled state. In other words, light and electron are invited by long-range entangled or qubit. Gate field are a fraction of long-range entanglement. Dreamland is only a description of a pattern of long-range entanglement. So, use long-range entanglement and then dreamland realization, we can obtain the simultaneous emergence of both gate version and Fermi in any dimension and for any gate group. The result gives us hope that maybe all elementary particles are emergent and can be unified using local qubit model. This model. Thus, long-range entanglement offers us a new option to view our world. Maybe our term in long-range entangled state. It is a pattern of long-range entanglement in vacuum that determine the content and structure of observed elementary particle. Conclusion. To summarize, counter-serial blur diction between information and matter. In Pali, the recent process in dreamland theory discovered topological order at long-range entanglement that give rise to new data of counter matter, which show that from long-range entangled qubit, not bit. That qubit emerged as the origin of entity, which challenged traditional belief that also revive Wheeler earlier. However, the relationship counter information and counter matter is subtle. The philosophical meaning of Shankar counter resolution and the counter information unify counter matter still keep open. I think it's an open question. I think counter information matter in counter world information, the structure function of counter matter indeed more clearly appear. We may argue that structure reality of counter matter embodied the structure element of information. Qubit at it may be co-iterated and matter reflected, which construct the structure relationship of physical world. Thank you.